Hello and welcome to another edition of The View, the show that we produce here at All of You to provide information, highlight some of the great folks that work here, and also hear some feedback from you all. And I'm have a guest today. I have Miss Kim here too with us.
Yes, well, thank you for having me again.
It's good to have you here. And no matter what time you're watching this, you're tuning in the morning or in the afternoon, good evening or good night, for that matter. I'm just happy that you're tuning in. So welcome. And so let's start with some announcements. Last week or a couple weeks ago, we celebrated EVS Week, and it was through September 14th through the 20th. And this is the time for us to recognize the incredible contributions that our EVS department contributes to All of You Medical Center. And I mean, I think we all understand the important work that they do. They're involved in ensuring that our environment remains safe, clean, and welcoming for patients, staffs, and visitors every day. I want to thank everyone within All of You. I actually visited them during their celebration. They had a celebration in the conference room, and they had some of the best. They had this habanero pickled onions, and it was super delicious. So whoever made that, they were like, Edgar, you got to try this. I know you're a foodie. You like to try food. Whoever that was great. It was awesome. But they had carne asada, they had rice and beans. So it was a cool event to recognize the great work. Y gracias por todo lo que hacen. Su trabajo es fundamental para nuestro éxito. So muchas gracias.
Add in and just say, Sergio, John, you and your team, you all are fabulous. I appreciate every morning the knock at the door to say, do you have trash? And to make sure that the corridors are clean and taken care of. Without you, we're not able to do what we do here at All of You as well. So I just want to say thank you for all that you do every day. The little bit becomes a whole lot because we're grateful. So we just want to say thank you.
Yeah, it's because of your work that we are able to see patients at the right time and at the right moment and free up space for them to be taken care of by our clinicians. So thank you and congrats on EVS Week. All right, and we are also celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. So in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we're excited to host a cultural celebration recognizing the rich cultures, histories, and contributions to the community and to healthcare by our Hispanic and Latino communities. This will be on Friday, October 10th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the conference center. So it's a especially cool celebration because we have some partners that sponsored some activities and performances. So we want to thank All of You Credit Union and Colonial Life Insurance Company, awesome partners, and they were able to sponsor a mariachi.
Oh, nice.
And a danza azteca calpuli. So festivities start at 11 a.m. and they go up until 1 a.m. Come on over and check out you like mariachi?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
maybe we can dance a little.
I don't know about that.
Cha-cha.
I'll sing. How about that? I'll sing.
Okay. Nice.
So
now, will we have free food?
I think we might have some goodies that folks have been, sponsored, but yeah, come on over and check out. We're also going to have some opportunity drawings and a lot of information and resources as well. So don't forget to come on over and help us celebrate that month.
We like goodies.
I know.
Goodies.
So do I. But goodies cost money sometimes. So.
I know it does. And he's watching every penny.
I am. Yeah, so are you, right? I'm supposed to.
Yes.
All right, and it's October. So that means blood drive time.
Yes.
Yeah, so, it's also Halloween. And so the vampires will come on over and drive a truck and get our blood from here. Just kidding. These are trained professionals that we invite here, that we partner with for a very important thing to do is, if you can, we ask that you donate because how important is blood to the work that we do?
It's so vitally important. Our patients need it. I have been a recipient of blood transfusion, and while it appears to be scary, it's really the safest thing because the blood is tested extensively to make sure that it's safe for administration. Our patients need it, our blood banks need it, so we encourage you all, please roll your sleeves up, come on out, support this effort. It can really save a life.
So if you want a very exclusive, one-of-a-kind Disney Mickey Mouse vampire t-shirt, join us in parking lot A, Thursday, October 9th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is our third blood drive that we're hosting this year. So we know how important it is. There's an actual shortage in our region. And so your contributions, your help with this drive is super important because you will be contributing to saving lives.
Yes.
So see you all there, and don't forget to ask for your Disney Mickey Mouse Vampire T-shirt. I wonder if I could get one too.
Are you gonna donate?
I'm thinking about it. I
Okay.
probably will. All right, and speaking about Halloween, our employee engagement committee is also hosting another Halloween event. And I know that people look forward to this event like every year. I hear that there's a history of the Halloween
special.
events. It's super special here.
Mhm.
And so, in fact, one of the first month that I was here, I experienced it, and I was like in awe. I was like, oh my gosh, these folks really get into the spirit and go all out for this event. So this will be actually taking place on Friday, October 31st, on actual Halloween. There will be a pumpkin carving and decorating contest, and also a costume contest. But there's something new this year, right? So we have some rules and regulations that we must abide by. So for the pumpkin carving contest, drop-off begins at 11 a.m. on the first floor lobby on Friday, October 31st. And there are prizes for the best, the best decorated will get a $50 gift card. And the best creative carved will get a $50 gift card as well. Now, for the costume contest, the registration begins at 11 a.m. on the first floor auditorium. The parade starts right on time at 12 p.m. Now, there's certain guidelines that I want to make sure that we're following, both for the pumpkin carving and also the costume contest. So it has to be office appropriate.
Absolutely.
We're still providing a service here for our hospitals. We have to remain professional. So let's not use like blood or controversial topics like politics, things like that. And especially no use of hospital supplies. And let's try to stay away from the horror themed designs. And but again, I don't want you all to lose the spirit. We definitely appreciate your creativity. And I will be I think I'm going to be a judge or a host. I'm not sure, but I'll be participating in it as well. But there's also prizes for this. And the scariest will get a $50 gift card, the most creative a $50 gift card, and then best group. And I hear that rehab always goes all out. Is that true?
That is true, and the wound care team also.
Oh, and the wound care team. Okay, so best group will get $100. And my favorite category is funniest. If you can make me laugh, that'll be awesome. I'd love to laugh. So it's $50 for that prize as well. So we'll see you on October 31st, Halloween. All right, and we had a trivia question. Do you want to help us with that?
Yeah. So last week's episode trivia question was, which famous Mexican-American labor leader co-founded the United Farm Workers and became a symbol for social justice? And the answer is Cesar Chavez. So Keiko, you are the winner. So she's going to get her t-shirt. So Keiko, congratulations for being the winner.
Awesome. Yeah, so see, watching this show pays off.
Yes.
You get a free t-shirt, you can get featured here, you get other cool things. So in keeping with our tradition, there is a new trivia question. And so the first person to answer also gets a t-shirt. And this is the question.
Which famous muralist from the San Fernando Valley created large-scale works celebrating Chicano identity, included pieces at the Pacoima Mural Mile?
So if you know the answer, submit it in the feedback button. First person to answer correctly wins the prize. And I hope you're sensing the theme for Hispanic Heritage Month, and that's why we have that question. All right, we had some shout outs, some great catches, and these folks identified something, a potential safety issue before it reached the patient. And so we want to thank Rebecca Janke from an LVN from Clinic C, Joanne York, Chief of Physical Therapy, Anna de la Victoria, Lab Technician, and Lori Aveshe, RN 3D Postpartum, and also LCAN, IN, RN from 4B. Thank you all for your vigilance and exceptional commitment to patient safety.
Absolutely.
Your attention to detail, we thank you for that. And, you help prevent harm every day. All right, and shout out.
So this is a special shout out to a young lady. Her name is Chelsea Suarez from Lorena DOE. So she's a part of the IT department, and they truly appreciate how you manage your limited conference rooms with such professionalism and kindness. And we all know sometimes getting a conference room can be very challenging because so many things are going on simultaneously. And so we just always want to make sure that our meetings take place, but we want to congratulate you for always finding the best accommodations for everyone. So thank you for making it look easy, and we know that it is not easy, Chelsea. So congratulations for this shout out as well.
All right, Chelsea, congrats. And we especially have a shout out
Yes.
from a patient. And I when I heard this story, I was like, oh my gosh. And then so we have to really highlight it and show how special this was.
So this shout out comes from a patient, as Edgar just said. It is for Megan Henry. She's an RN who's in the ICU, and Megan has gone out of her way to make sure that medical needs of our patients from a spiritual standpoint have been met. She has even gone outside to contact local churches to bring in pastors to arrange for priests to do the patient's last prayer wishes, coordinated with some of our UR partnerships, Randy After Hours. We just want to say congratulations, Megan, because this makes a difference with our patients.
Yeah, you know, what really resonated with me was when I heard the story that when Megan went to Build-A-Bear, and at Build-A-Bear, there's this thing that you can actually record someone's voice,
yes.
right? And you put it in the bear and you press a button and hear that person's voice. And so she did that
Yes.
for a dying patient
Yes.
so that her daughter can always have that with her. And so it's just, you know, such an amazing story. And
Yes.
Megan, I want to thank you for going and thinking about the work that you do and how that impacts the patients' lives every day. So Megan, thank you for all you do in the ICU. All right, another shout out from Janice Bonger with Food and Nutrition Services. This is from Dr. Water. Dr. Water says, a patient couldn't pay for their food, and without hesitation, the cashier swiped her own card to cover it. When Dr. Waterman offered to pay, she said, I work here to help our patients when they need it.
Yeah.
So acts like this remind us every day of why we work here, why our folks are so special that work here
Yes.
at All of You, that their values align with all of these values. And we want to thank you, Janice, for what you did. You didn't have to do that, but you felt that the patient needed it. And we really want to thank you for your generosity and your thinking about our patients as well.
It reminds me of random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're at the Starbucks and you pay forward for someone, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what that reminds me of. So really, really, really grateful for your consideration.
So pay it forward if you're listening to this and
Pay
there's
forward.
an opportunity. I'm going to try to do that as well. So let's pay it forward. We visited a unit during executive rounds, and tell us about Fort B.
So 4B, North and South, is our medical surgical step-down unit here at Olive View. This is an 18-bed patient unit and is dedicated to comprehensive assessment and management of critically ill patients who no longer require ICU level of care. The team is comprised of registered nurses. We have licensed vocational nurses. We have certified nursing assistants and clerical staff who function throughout the shifts. Lisa Ortega is the clinical director of this area, and the registered nurses go extensive training. We were the first one here at Olive View to actually cross-train our step-down nurses to our ICUs, and this was extremely advantageous to us when we actually went through COVID. So the nurses work in close collaboration with our ICU team upstairs. They actually go in between to have different assignments on a daily basis, and additionally, they actually support our critically ill patients. They do the transports, everything that's needed. So they also maintain their competencies by rotating through the ICU and taking their shifts that they're assigned to. And so they're also required to complete the DHS 6-month critical care program. And so in this particular unit, although each employee is in the step down unit, they go above and beyond. Several nurses have received special recognition from their supervisors for their dedication to both quality and patient care. And these are Youngji Park and Roger Valor and Stella Franquera. So we just want to say thank you for all that you do, for all the patients that you take care of on a daily basis, to all of our staff as well. So thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, they had great feedback. I was there, and what really what I was really proud of is that all the points that they raised in terms of feedback on how they can improve was from a patient's perspective. Like, how would this affect the patient?
Yes.
So I
Awesome.
really appreciate special group out there in 4B, both South and North. So
Awesome.
congrats. We also visited inpatient peds, and many of you know we have a pediatric inpatient unit, and it has a complete scope of care for pediatric, ranging from newborns up to 21 years old that we care for there. And you know, they provide effective care, competent care. We met with 2 nurses that were there working there. Our census is sometimes, it's not, you know, a high census, but the work and the impact that they make with those patients is huge. And I especially like going in there because it just makes me feel better. You got all the nice, you know, designs on the wall.
Playfulness.
Yeah, and it makes you feel better. And then the nurses are great. So also provided a lot of feedback. A lot of that feedback was great feedback that we needed to hear, and we have plans to help improve that unit for the betterment of providing care for our patients. Correct. And not a lot of feedback, but inquiries this week, but that's okay. We had a short week, but we do have a question or a suggestion. It says something, residents should be able to use their meal funds at any time rather than being limited to separate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So what happens is the residents here at All of You have a certain allocation of monies that they can use. And I guess the current process is there's a certain cap for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they can't use the entire allotment for one of those meals. I guess there's restrictions between meal, and so we'll take a look at that. Most of the time, some of these things are written in the MOU with the resident union. So we'll have to take that back and take a look and see what we can do. We also have to have the implications, like what does that mean to food and nutrition services, to our kitchen? What impacts would that have to their operations? Are there costs associated with this? And so I know that, or what other things that we do that maybe are more cost effective that, you know, addresses this issue, but also maintains our fiscal responsibilities. All right. But, you know, we're open to ideas and questions. Keep that feedback coming. I hope you see that we truly listen. The feedback that you get here, we act on it. We go back to the team, and we make sure that some of these things are evaluated, and if it's feasible, we implement them. So keep that feedback coming. And if it's not a question or suggestion, just let us know how we're doing. Right? How do you like the show? Would you like to see something else on the show? I heard a lot of feedback that they really like the food reviews that I do, and I like to eat, so you know that's not a problem. I think that's something that we can definitely do.
Different touch.
Any closing thoughts? I mean, how do you feel how we're doing?
I think we're doing great. When I get an opportunity, I do chime in and watch the view as well. But what we want you to do is to smash that bell, or drop a like, and hit the subscribe button.
So you're an expert now, right? You're an expert YouTuber now. So yeah, follow us on Instagram as well. A lot of information there. So please be safe, help each other, and as always, be kind.
Be kind.
And pay it forward.
And pay it forward.
All right, guys. See you all in 2 weeks.
Bye now.